about just not just today, but last couple days, last couple weeks, about staying in your power. And some may not realize exactly how significant that really is when it comes to the development of you. And speaking from experience, and as I was talking to my friend, I did let him know that during this time last year, I went on a leave of absence from work because I was suffering from 3 different mental health issues. And to be where I was last year, to doing a complete turnaround to where I am right now, is very significant, because we all think that we know exactly who we are until we are put in a position where we end up questioning who we are, what we are, and what we have. And some of us take for granted exactly the power that we have within us. And the whole point of staying in your power is realizing just how powerful you are. God didn't give you what you have just for it to be just held up in this human form. It was given to you for a purpose. And some of us are living in our purpose. Some of us are striving to find our purpose. And some of us are wandering, but we're not lost. So I'm very passionate about staying in your power, because at one point in time, I didn't realize how powerful I was until I had to dig deeper than ever before to find out exactly who I am and what I am. And it gets to the point where, in order for you to fully capture the power that you have to do some deep introspection. Find out what works for you, what doesn't work for you, what individual is going to work for you, and what individuals you really need to get rid of. It's not a love lost thing. It's a growing and processing thing to get to that higher self of illumination and listening to your intuition, just a whole lot more than you're used to. And when you have a willing spirit, that helps too. You can't deny what you have stored in you. You can try. If you find somebody that can do it, I would like to meet them, because you can't hide what has already been put in you. You don't know who you fully are until you really tap into that. And a great man said that we all have this power inside of us, but we have got to tap into it. It's not just for our sake, but it's to help push and elevate those that need it. Like it says that your candle doesn't burn out by lighting somebody else's candle. What? It doesn't. It just shows that you have enough love in your heart to help somebody light their candle who has been struggling to do so. So I have watched people fully embrace who they are and their power at quite a few times, and you can't help but to be in awe when you watch somebody step into their power and fully realize exactly who they are and what they have. Nobody can tell you what type of power you have, only you. Your spirit is going to tell you, but you got to get past this human form to really tap into your inner man, your spiritual being that is in you. This is going to fade, but the spirit is going to go on and live on a whole nother plane of existence. So while you have the time, while you have the spirit, it's in your best interest to really find out who you are and what power you have possessed in you. Yes, we have those individuals that will be there to, guide us in some kind of capacity. But at the end of the day, you got to make it up in your own mind whether you want to step into your power or not. You really have to sit back and you really have to contemplate that. Power is not really anything to, mess with. It's serious business. So once you find out that you have this type of power, the first thing you're going to think, okay, so what do I do with it? What you start doing, the first step is accepting the fact that you have this power. The next step is trying to work out how it works, not just for you, but the benefit of other people. Your spirit is the most powerful thing that you have in your body. Even though it just can't be housed here in a physical sense, it's going to go and blossom into other things. One of the other things that I found interesting, I've always been fascinated with moon phases, and it always constantly stays on my mind. So being the fact that tomorrow on August the 26th, we have a full moon. That's a big deal, because with that full moon, we're able to let our intentions be known to the universe of exactly what we ultimately desire. What do you want most for yourself? It's so beyond anything materialistic. If you want to be happy, set your intentions on being happy. If you want to have peace, set your intentions on want to have peace. If you want to be a better person, set your intentions to being a better person. If you want to live a more abundant filled life, state that's what you're going to do. Nobody can set your intentions but you. And when it comes to your power, you have to take responsibility for not only the power that you put out, but that type of power that you let in here. You don't let no other power except God control you. It's like, how long are you going to wade in the water to really see what your potential is if you haven't fully embraced the power you have already inside of you? Now, just pause for a minute and just think about that. What type of power do you have that's already contained in you? Contained in you. It's been a long day. I need a Sabbath nap. But being the, I'll say, authoritative figure in your own personal life, when are you going to take responsibility for the power that you already have set up in you? It's there. It's just waiting for you to embrace it, to recognize exactly what it is. So don't be afraid of your power. God was able to give it to you for a reason. And He did not give us a spirit of fear. So don't put your human mind or characteristics on the power that you already have. It's just like trying to make sure a house has electricity. Everything has a main source where it's connected to everything. So until you decide what type of power that you want to have, you will continue to sit where you sit. But it's time for you to embrace your power. Hope everybody has a good night, and make sure that tomorrow you set your intentions on what you want for yourself. And remember to live life positive. Peace.